they have this new perfume called Falling in Love, and it's pheromones, and it's supposed to make you like attracted to the opposite sex. So we were like, all right. So as a joke, we put on these pheromones and we went out and we met all these different guys.
You mentioned your husband a few times. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us how you met your husband now?
Yeah.
It seems like a cool story. I was doing some weird, creepy IMDb stalking, I'm not going to lie, and there were little snippets, and I want to get the full story from you.
Yes. So it is, I got divorced. I was getting divorced. And I lived with two like really fun, awesome women. One of them was like my best friend from growing up. Mm-hmm. And they said to me one night, oh, we should go see this band at CBGB's, which used to be this great like punk club in New York City. Mm-hmm. And my ex-husband was a guitarist in a band and everything. And I was like, I don't know. I'm so tired of going to see bands. Like they're never that good. They're never whatever. Yeah. So they said, oh no, we should go. Let's just go do it tonight. So we said, okay. We were sitting up on the roof. We were in New York City, like getting tan. You know what I mean? Like up on like the roof of our apartment building. And this other woman said, oh, we're going to meet this really good friend of mine who works for Philosophy. And they have this new perfume called Falling in Love, and it's pheromones, and it's supposed to make you like attracted to the opposite sex. So we were like, all right. So as a joke, we put on these pheromones and we went out and we met all these different guys, and it was hysterical. It was like one of those nights where you're just like, is this just a coincidence, or is it just because we're out and we're women? You know what I mean? Yeah. And we walked into CBGB's, and I looked up and I saw him up on stage, and there was just something about him. Mm-hmm. He had like these broad shoulders. He had this guitar slung on him, and he looked confident and comfortable. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, and I love guitar players. Like I always did. Like I just, whether it's like Keith Richards or Pete Townsend or something like that. Growing up, I was just like always a sucker for guitar players. Mm-hmm. So I saw him and I was like, wow. And my friend who knew him or kind of knew him said, oh, he's really young and he has a girlfriend. And I was like, oh, all right. So whatever. So then they started playing and I was like, holy crap, this band's amazing. And they're very much like the Clash and this mixture of music. And he was just like such a showman in a good way, like not an over the top way. And I was just like, wow, this is awesome. And as soon as the show was over, he jumped down off stage, and the mutual friend, she introduced me to him. And he looked at me and he shook my hand. And when he said Dana, he said, Dana, right? And I said, yeah, nobody ever gets my name right. Everybody says Dana. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was just like that stuck out to me. And I thought it was adorable. And then, but I was just whatever. I left. And the next day I got a call at work from my friend who said, oh my God, my friend called me and said that he doesn't have a girlfriend and he's not that young. Meaning, I think we were both like 30 or 32, and he's not that young, whatever. And he's got another show next week and he wants you to go. And then that was it. Like I went to that next show and we went through, I don't know how long where we always hadn't been apart from each other. Oh. We moved in together immediately. He had grown up in New Jersey like I had, down at the Jersey Shore, and his two best friends I had no like weird connections with, and it was just this strange thing, and it was just meant to be. It was meant to be. We got married 2 years later, had our son a year later, and
the rest is history. I love it.